Hey guys, can you let me know if you hear anything in the background that's like really bad with the audio? Just testing things out again. Just give me a thumbs up. I'm looking down because I'm looking at my phone. Can someone just let me know you're all good? Okay, so there's no loud mortar sound in the background. Just making sure. It's been something I've been having a major issue with. Seems like good audio. Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right. I'm not going to look at chat right now. I have chat turned off from my StreamYard. And I kind of want to just take a couple of seconds, couple of minutes probably, and just vent about something really quick. So if you are part of the replay gang, I will pin a comment to where my venting has ended in case you don't want to hear me venting. I will pin it in the live stream after this is over, but I do want to just vent about something. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. And one big hello to all of you guys in chat. You know I love you all. So this I shared earlier on my community page. And as you can see, it's a post from Plunder. You guys already know who Plunder is. She's been around the game for a long time. She knows the ins and outs when it comes to YouTube, I feel like, and she's somebody that I really do respect. So she posted this and she says, warning YouTubers covering the Quentin Simon case. So I'm a creator, I'm covering the case. So she says, allegedly, the family has threatened to strike YouTubers covering the case under certain circumstances. Now, she says, with the mention of other children's names, meaning the minors, Quentin's siblings, or showing certain photos of the minors. Or she says photos or whatever. She says, that's why I've privated my recent video over the case. Now, she does say watch it here instead, and she gives her link for her video. But then she says, thanks to Ali, I think, or Al B for the heads up. So first, I didn't see Plunder's video that she actually did about this case. I didn't watch it, so I don't know what she said or what she showed. So I do think it's interesting that she, out of all the creators out there who knows the ins and outs with YouTube, she chose to private that one video. And again, I haven't watched it, so I don't know what she showed. So I immediately went to this channel. Is it Al B? I never watched it before, so I clicked the link and I watched it. So this channel said that, I guess, Voices Behind the Wall share reached out to her and told her, that to be careful, I guess, because the family, Billy Joe and them, are going to start striking channels that are showing, Quentin's siblings' photos, the minors' photos, or if they're saying their name. Okay. Now, I'm not looking at chat, but mods, please do not allow anybody to bash any creator, okay, in my chat. I don't want no one bashing Voices Behind the Wall. I don't want no one bashing, I don't think anybody would bash Plunder, but, or even this LB woman, no bashing of anybody, please. I don't do shit like that here. Okay. So I guess they're going to start striking channels, right? Now, I just want to say, first, I am not going to private any of my content. I stand by my content. I stand by my channel. I take pride into how I bring awareness and even my own opinion. Yes, I go off at times, but again, it's my opinion. I'm entitled to that. Now, where they say right here, for anyone who mentions the children's names. Now, YouTube and creators, do your own research with this. YouTube does have a very strict, I think it's minors privacy. I think it's called minors privacy or something like that, policy. They have a really strict one. Now, no way in hell do I even come close to even violating that. And I haven't seen anybody so far really violate that privacy. It's a strict privacy. Go check it out. But saying a child's first name isn't gonna get you a strike. Now, I'm not going to get too much into creator talk, but there's copyright strikes, privacy strikes, and other strikes, right? But then there's like hard strikes. Hard strikes, you get 3 on your channel and your channel could be taken down. You get 1, and I believe your channel will be taken down temporarily while YouTube investigates this hard strike on you, and you have a chance to dispute it. And, but if you get 3, your channel is automatically gone. Now, those are extremely hard to get for someone like myself and how I bring my content. I've never gotten a hard strike. I don't want one of those. Okay. Now, privacy strikes, copyright strikes, those are a little different. I feel like everybody in the true crime community at one time or another, you're going to get those. Like for copyright strikes, I can't even tell you how many I got when I covered the Leilani case. Everything that I showed that had Sammy in it, I got a copyright strike from the news stations. I shit you guys not. It was ridiculous. And I lost all of them, which was even more ridiculous. As far as privacy strikes, I think I've gotten, I don't know, I've been around YouTube for 2 years with the channel. I think I maybe gotten 1 or 2. I know I got one, believe it or not, I got one from Sandy Rusek from the Watts case. And it was for a video that I did. The video's still up. It was for the video I did, and it has a photo of Cindy on there, and I think it has Sandy on there. I don't remember, but anyways, it was when I went over, if you guys remember that book that had like Sandy's side of the story of events, and then it had Cindy's side of the story of the events. If you guys know if you're from the Watts case, you know what I'm talking about. So I did a video, and I pretty much read what was in those books, what was in there. Sandy didn't like certain things that Cindy was saying. So she actually wrote a comment on that video to me, and she said, take this down now, pretty much is how she said it, or I'm going to strike you because what's being said here is not true. Wow. I was like, I know my rights for YouTube, and I didn't take it down. And sure enough, I got a copyright from her, and it was for a privacy strike. And I disputed it, and I pretty much, in better terms, worded it way better. But I basically said, I'm covering the Chris Watts case, and, there was this book and this information. I'm sharing it with my viewers, and that's all I'm doing. And I end up winning that claim against Sandy, and I kept the video up. So as a creator, just always know your rights when it comes to your channel. Saying a child's name, just a first name, isn't going to get your channel taken down. Also showing photos. Now, how is this going to work when you have the child, his father, doing an interview, and then us creators, we're reading that article to you. In the article, he shares his son's name. He shares a photo of his son. I think they're on the bed and they're, playing the game, I think, or watching TV or something like that. And all we're doing is showing what him as the parent has put out publicly. Leilani's Facebook is public. She's going on Facebook, which is a public platform. She is sharing things that is public. Her stuff is not private. So I don't know how that's all going to work, with them trying to strike people for showing certain things, but I know my rights as a creator, and I know I don't violate any children privacy policy whatsoever. And yeah, I think that's all I want to say with that. So I'm going to keep my videos up. I'm not going to take it down. And as a creator, my advice to you guys, if you are one that is showing the minors photos and saying their names, and also the court documents that we all went over, guess what? It says Zane and Sky's name on there, and we read it to you guys. So saying Sky and Zane ain't going to get your channel taken down. You know what I mean? Like, you're saying a name. Now, when it comes to, do I think it's right? Or if you think it's right, do we think it's right talking about these minors? Some of you are going to be like, well, no minors should be discussed or shown their photos in any case. Others are going to say, well, you know what? Sometimes the minors, their names will get brought up in a case. They just do. Example, when we read the court documents, it had the 2 minors in there. You're going to say their name. A conversation is going to come out. So, some of you may think they should never be brought up. Others may think at times they get brought up. And I'm that person. At times, guess what? The minors are going to get brought up sometimes. Example, court documents. We went over that. It got brought up. So That's all I have to say with that. I kind of just want to get that off my chest because I was really upset when I seen this. Like, I'm like, okay, so they're going to start striking people for saying their name when the father is doing interviews saying the name, and I don't know. It just kind of got me upset. So I wanted to come on here and just tell you guys as creators, know your rights and stuff like that, and always just carry your channel responsibly. Make sure you read up on all the guidelines, all the privacy guidelines and all of that stuff. Yeah, that's all I had to say. All right, let me go to my comments really quick now. All right, let me take a sip of my coffee. And, again, if you think that no minor should be discussed, in every case we talk about on true crime, you guys, if they're not related, like let's say, for example, let's go to the Summer Wiles case. People showed the photos of the brothers. People were talking about, what's his name? Gosh, Ali's son's name. Gosh, I can't remember his name. What's his name? Put it in chat. People were talking about him. People were looking at his stuff. It gets shared. Now, if you don't agree with it, that's your opinion. Look at Leilani case. People, she's 16, all her friends, some of them that people were showing, those are all minors. You can't pick and choose which one you think is okay and which one you don't think it's okay, you guys. At the end of the day, you're either you don't think it should be shown, or you think, well, sometimes it comes up, things are shown. I'm in that category. I understand it's true crime. I understand. You look at everything, and unfortunately, sometimes these minors are going to be brought into the case. I don't agree, and I will never agree with harassment. And I think sometimes I do see some harassment going on creators' channels, but then guess what? I don't like it. I don't watch it. Allegedly says it's released public, sorry, not sorry. I know, and I agree with you on that 100%. Rose says, you're always so careful. Summer Wiles is a great example. And Plunder's really careful with a lot of things. And, she knows YouTube really well because she's dealt with a lot of stuff that she shared on her own YouTube channel with YouTube. So I am surprised she took the video and made it private. Again, I didn't watch it, so I don't know what she actually showed in that video. And I went back to look at my videos and my thumbnails, and I'm like, well, I don't have any photos of the other kids in my thumbnails. There would be no point. I would understand creators that did show the photo that Zane's dad showed in the article, the one with him sitting next to his son. I get why people put that in the thumbnail, because guess what? The dad shared that. I'm assuming that's the dad's photo. So that's his photo. He owns that right, which he allowed to go public. How are you going to strike someone for showing that when the dad released it? No. Well, Insanely says, it is public record. There's nothing that can be done. Well, they're saying they're going to strike people that are showing the children's, that say the names and the photos. And like I said, YouTube does take serious minors' privacy. They really do. Okay, just go to the guideline and you can read all about the policy for it. They take it serious. But when you look at the guidelines for all of that, saying a first name isn't, and with a case that, unfortunately, guess what? There's court documents that are public that has the first name. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Hey, Crazy Mama. Hey, Zuni. Hey, Zoe, Melissa, Jade. It's definitely not right to be selective. I agree with you on that. I'm only strike the channels who don't agree with me. That's not fair at all. Exactly. It should be either or all of them. Exactly. Hey, MB, how are you doing today? Delana, Rose, Apple of his eye. Hey, Leo, Hunter. Thank you, guys. I couldn't remember his name. Hunter, how could I forget that name? And I think that's what's going with it. I didn't watch, but I heard about it because I watched this woman, Ali B. I actually enjoyed her live. I watched the live that was linked here, and I never seen her before, so I watched it for the first time. I actually like the way she presents her channel, so I'll probably subscribe. Um, and I watched that, and then she went over, I guess, yesterday. Voices had a live. I don't know. I'm not an frequent watcher of Voices, but I guess she had a live, and I guess Billy is now one of her moderators in her chat. And she was showing all the comments that Billy was saying in the chat, which AB, who's another channel, somebody he shared on his community, someone screenshotted it, and I think I'll show you guys that. We can look at that really quick before we get all into everything. Hold on. Do I have it? I think I just got it. I just seen it. I think it's right here. And again, you guys, no bashing of any creators, please, please, please. Hey, Vicky. Hey, ATS. Lola, the creator who is now trying to boss all these channels around, said with Z on panel that the Wells boys possibly were SA. Yeah, I know. I mean, I think with the Wells case is a good example of what shouldn't, making accusations like that. Those are serious claims to say, and even against Summer, right? And I understand why people thought that about Summer because of Dawn's past, but still, those are some serious, without any proof, some serious things to put out there. Yeah, Delana, thank you for saying that. Please refrain from talking bad about other creators in chat. We all do. We all do not always agree with other creators' choices, but CCC doesn't want or like drama here at her channel. Yes, please, please, please. Carly says, I think Plunder took it down because she had to work so hard to get monetized again. I was thinking the same thing, Carly. That's the only thing. And again, I don't want to, put words into Plunder's mouth. I don't know why she technically took it down. I was surprised, to be honest, because I've been a follower of her channel since the Chris Watts case, and she knows YouTube really, really well. So when she took it down, I was shocked on that. But I do know she did struggle to get her channel monetized for, I think it was like, it took, I don't even know. It took a few months. The way it works, because I got demonetized one time when I covered the Gabby Petito case, I got demonetized. So they demonetize you for 30 days, so you earn no income. And then they give you 30 days, and then on the 30th day, you have to go to your channel and make adjustments and delete and fix things, and then you can reapply for your monetization. So for me, I was able to get it back within those 30 days. I deleted a lot of stuff. And at first I was upset over it, but I'm like, what am I going to do? Right. So I got it back. But I know what Plunder, I think she had to try to do it. I think they shot her down 2 times. And that's a long time for a creator, who earns an income on YouTube and puts in the work. Like Plunder, she puts in the work. Okay, she does her own editing. She pays a lot of money to get files into, for everything. It takes a lot to put up videos. And for her not to get monetized all those months, I was shocked on it. Yeah, me neither. Melissa Jade said, I would never want to invade a child's privacy, and I'm still learning, but how exactly are we not supposed to use these children's names? I understand photos. I'll respect that. Well, you can use the first name, okay? It's up to you as a creator what you're comfortable with, okay? When it comes to YouTube, saying a name of first, you're not saying first, middle, and last name. You're not giving out a social security. You're saying a name. Megan, I'm saying Megan. You know what I mean? You're not violating privacy by saying a first name. And how can you not say a first name when you're covering true crime and then you're reading court documents that, guess what? And these are public court documents. They have the 2 children's, they have both of their names in that court document. You have the older child's father doing interviews where he's sharing his own photos with the public, and he's saying the child's name. So how are you not supposed to say the child's name? You know what I mean? I kind of feel like they want to go after, and I'm just going to speculate. I kind of feel like if they're trying to go after Betty and Dolly is what I'm thinking. I know. And sometimes in court documents, you guys, they will black out certain information like the address, phone numbers, date of birth. Sometimes they'll even black out the minor's name. But with this case, they did not. Hey, Grateful Ed, how are you doing? Grateful said they are lawyered up. I don't think so much they're lawyered up. I'm hearing, and again, I don't know, but I am hearing that they're getting advice. Striking a channel is coming from somebody who knows YouTube. That's coming from a creator, not a lawyer. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's coming from a creator. Hey, Roxanne, how are you doing today, love? Crazy Mama says, I get protecting kids and all this BS when they are part of a case. It's a fine line and can be done respectfully, in my opinion, and CC is all respectful. And I agree, there is a fine line. There is a fine line. And I think here at my channel and for the creators that I respect, like ATS News, you know, I think we follow that respectful line of it all. I mean, how can you not mention the name sometimes? It's kind of hard not to. But there is that fine line that I do see other people going way overboard. I do see it, and I understand it. Well, we love you here, Rose. You know that. Yeah, we don't bash here. There's no need for that. I mean, it's kind of turning into a little bit of a circus. Let's be real. Some of the stuff we're seeing. Let me share this on my screen. Let me share this. And I don't want to be on camera today. Okay. Let me see if it shows up. All right. So I actually took this from AB. He actually posted this on, AB's another creator in case you don't know. He posted this on his community page, and it was like all the comments. I guess somebody else had put it up, but it was like some of the comments that Billy had said last night on Voice's channel. I guess she is now a moderator for her channel, and she goes by Nana's Love on there, and there's a little photo of Quentin on there, as you can see. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. Can you guys see that okay? Let me get to the newest comments. Hey, True Crime Diva. Insanely says AB is funny. He could, I know there are people that don't enjoy AB. I think he sometimes goes a little overboard, but I mean, he is funny. I mean, he does crack me up, I will say. Leo says last night, it was a total mayhem outside of that house. Are you talking about one of the protesters where I can't watch those? I don't know. I try to watch a little snippets of it. I can watch Olivia, no problem. But I don't know. Hey, Scooby. True Crime Diva says, I like AB. I modded for him for a while. He's a trip. Yeah, he makes me laugh. So again, I guess this is going to be from yesterday, but as you can see, like I said, she's a mod now. Now, these are only screenshots of what she said. So if you want to watch and see the whole communication, the sequence of comments, then you would have to go to Cher's channel. I have not watched that live stream. To be honest with you guys, I did not watch that. So, but I do see that people are saying that Billy was in the chat. She's a moderator. She goes under Nana's Love. And let's see, on the top it says, I never in my life believed I left my sweet babies in any harm's way. Never, never. And I feel like for me, do you guys believe her with that? I think the mom in me, and you guys probably hear my little dog in the, not my little dog, but my dog barking in the background. He's outside today. But for me, I do believe that. I don't think if she really thought something like this could happen, she would have left. Or maybe that's just me trying to see the good in her. But I mean, I'm hoping she would not have left, you know, any of her grandbabies in any harm's way. I do believe, and I said this in the beginning live streams that I did when I covered the case, I do believe Billy loved her grandbabies. I do. And I know a lot of people get mad when I say certain things, they're like, but I do believe she loved her grandbabies. I mean, I looked at her Facebook, and I know you can't take too much, when you look at a Facebook, what photos and stuff, but to me, I believe she loved them. And it looked like her and her husband had a pretty cool relationship too. But again, you can't take too much, into what you see on Facebook. But I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? I never in my life believed I left my sweet babies in any harm's way. Are you guys drinking coffee? I'm drinking coffee. I got this new coffee mug. I don't know if you guys can see it. See that? Look at the handle though. Watch. You can close it and it opens. I got it at Walmart, $7, and it's for when you go camping, because we're supposed to go camping. I don't know when, but we are. So, I thought it was cool, and yeah, it doesn't take much to make me happy. Crazy Mama says, I agree. CCC, I think she knows she's made a mistake, but didn't realize it would be in this and then. Yeah, I agree. Does anybody not agree with me on that? Do you think that she knew those kids were in harm's way, but she gave her daughter the benefit of the doubt, maybe? Do any of you guys think that? I would love to hear from anyone that thinks that. Sky Z says, I see so much dysfunctional. Sometimes love isn't enough. They needed protection and a better care, in my opinion, allegedly. Yeah, I know. I agree. Hey, Cassie. She says, I got my coffee. And I'm a big shopper at Walmart. I don't do Target. I'm a Walmart shopper. You love camping, Crazy Mama? I know. I want to go. My boyfriend wanted to go next month, but we have a lot going on next month with Thanksgiving, and we have family coming over for a week. And I'm like, yeah, there's no way we're gonna be able to do it. You guys are all. Delana stays with the coffee mug. She says she drinks a lot of coffee. Sky Z says that she was fully aware in her opinion. Zuni says, I think she loved them. I also think that BJ knew how drugs affected people's decisions. She has said as much. Yeah, she did say that, because she did say that she had did drugs before. And you're right with that, Zuni. Melissa J says, I think she gave her daughter the benefit of the doubt and didn't want to believe it was as bad as it was. Yeah, I think that's where I'm at too with it. There's no doubt she didn't love her grandbabies. Anyone that says she didn't, you're just being ridiculous. I think she did love her grandbabies without a doubt. And even the babysitter, I was re-listening to Ziggy's interview and stuff, and I was listening to some of the stuff that the babysitter has said, and she even said she was asked something about the grandma and the kids, if she had a favorite, and the babysitter said no, that you can tell she loved both of those kids. She loved them a lot, she said. And I think she did, but I agree with Melissa Jade and a lot of you. I think she gave her daughter the benefit of the doubt, but in reality it's like, looking back now, you should have probably trusted your gut, that inner voice that a lot of us ignore. Delana says, no pass for me. That's why I love her. Hi, Terry. How are you doing? Crazy Mama says, I ain't saying she's mom or grandma of the year either, so let me say that. Yeah, I agree. Hey, Petuna, she says, I think she knew, but she was too lazy to pursue another care option. And you know what? I that can be very well. Maybe because she figured she works a lot and maybe she didn't want to, you know, take the time to really look that other route. I mean, the babysitter claims that and this is a claim by the babysitter. We're going to get into some stuff with the babysitter saying, and now my mind's going somewhere with this, but she even said that, she sent the grandma allegedly stuff. And at first the grandma, if this is true, she said, okay, take the kids, keep the kids. And then the babysitter says, okay. And then allegedly grandma texts her about 3 hours later saying, you know what, she must have talked to her daughter. And, she comes back saying, you know what, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. I don't want her to lose her kids like she did or something when she was younger or something. So grandma was aware of some things, it seems like, allegedly. Terry says that she had to have known her daughter was using drugs and had to leave her grandkids in her care. And that's very true right there, Terry, because Billy had to know her daughter was doing drugs. Like, she had to know. You had her son when the argument took place on September 7th, and the son says that my sister's is always on drugs, been doing drugs for a long time, and she steals from my mom. And this has been going on a long time. So Billy was aware of those things, you guys. Too late for coffee for you? 21. Is that 10? Every time I think of military time, I always think of my dad. 21, 20. Or is that 9? 9:42 or 10, Leo? True Crime says she drinks her coffee all day. Woo! But has to be iced coffee. I drink 4 to 5. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of coffee, girl. I only drink coffee once. She says Melissa J says that she absolutely loved those grandbabies, but she wanted to give Leilani a chance to get her shit together, being she struggled in her past. Yeah. And Cassie says, with 3 littles, I live on coffee. All right, let me read the next one. All right, so let's see. She says, I can't really read what this one says, but it says, please pray for me and my family. I wish this on no one ever. I want Quentin to be in lights. Maybe he can have a law like Florida law that protects family. I just want justice for my sweet boy, Quentin. I messaged someone who broke my trust. They acted. Oh, okay. So this part I did see that creator, Ali B, I believe she did talk about this. So I guess it was brought up about how Billy sent that text to that YouTuber. Remember the one that says, let me see. I have it right here. Again, while I'm loading this, thank you guys all for being here with me. Let's see, where do I have it? I have it somewhere in one of my files. I have like 4 files now for Quentin. Okay, so the one that she says, how she texts that YouTuber and she says, Quentin has passed. He is in a landfill and my daughter done it. She has no memory of it. So that's what they're referring to. That's what they're referring to right here. They're talking about that. How come she put that out there and all of that stuff. And she's saying, I messaged someone who broke my trust. They acted like it was a mistake. Oh, I'm sorry is all I got to say. Now, let me tell you a little something about that. That YouTuber that she's saying that she messaged someone who broke her trust, Grandma was very aware that person she was talking to was a YouTuber. Grandma even shared that YouTuber's content on her Facebook in the beginning. So it's not like she didn't know that was a YouTuber she was talking to. She knew it. And not only that, And I said this before when this first got put out, that text. I said, it's interesting that while this YouTuber, because that YouTuber was live, she was live when that message got sent. And hold on, someone's, okay, sorry about that. I think they're selling something. It was two guys on opening my door. Go away. Okay, what was I saying? Oh, so that she knew that was a YouTuber, and I think it's interesting because that YouTuber was live, and then grandma just sends that message. I don't know. I think she sent it on purpose at that time to the YouTuber because she was live and it was going to be pushed out. I think so. That's how I feel about it. Let me see what else it says here if we can see anything. Oh, and then right here, I don't know if you guys can see this. I thought this was interesting. She's saying, please light up money for Cher. Please, you all have no idea what she's been for me. So she's trying to get people to like super chat for Cher and everything. So she's like totally doing mod stuff, which I thought was interesting. She's even saying, is this her own? No, this would be for, she's even putting out Cher's PayPal. God, Grandma, she just really got into the whole mod really well, right? Look at that. She says right here, I want Cher to make money to come see me, she's saying. She's saying that she feels connected with Cher way beyond comprehension. And then here we go again with her talking about the searching. She says FBI won't allow any help from anybody in the search. And we talked a little bit about this yesterday. We understand you can't go to the landfill, but again, Grandma, what were you doing in the very beginning? I didn't see you passing out any flyers. She says, please bring Cher to me. Please, please help her get to me. It's really interesting, to say the least. While spending $300 at a bar. Mm-mm. And B says, I always find it fascinating when a family members try to steer a particular narrative, and I agree. I don't know. It was interesting, though, to see her. I understand her talking and being in chat. Okay, I get that. But her sharing, like, the PayPal and, please light up the money for it. That was just pretty interesting to me. It's a little weird as a creator to have the family, you're covering a case. Like for me, I'm covering a case and, about a missing 20-month-old. And then I have the grandma that I'm talking to is one thing. Great. I appreciate that Cher has her talking. I like hearing what they have to say, Nana and everybody, but it's a little interesting to have I would feel a little weird if she was in my chat though, trying to get money for me. I don't know. I wouldn't be comfortable with that myself personally. I don't know, but that's just me. I would feel a little weird about that. Enablers. The PayPal is for, let me zoom in so you guys can see. So please help Cher, and it's PayPal, and it gives the link for the PayPal. So this is this crazy voice. So this has to be Cher's PayPal she's sharing. At first I thought it was her own, but no, this seems to be Cher's PayPal. And I guess she's trying to help Cher make money so Cher can go see her. Because she says, I want Cher to make money to come see me, she is saying. I feel connected with Cher way beyond comprehension. Yeah, it is a bit, it's a bit, I mean, as a creator, Melissa, you're a creator, ATS, you're a creator. I don't know. It's just, how would you feel about it? I don't know. To each its own, for sure. I'm not bashing Cher on it at all, but it, it was something that I thought was, that's a little weird. That's a little weird. Tony says it is a bit odd to me. Melissa J says that's honestly totally bizarre. Um, MB says, never seen a YouTuber arrest anyone yet. Well, technically, we're not law enforcement, so we can't technically arrest anyone. Leo says, it is, sorry, it's odd, and I'm not even a creator. The share, the share. And then on the bottom portion right here, Billy says, why would anyone think she's innocent? Okay, so this is referring to the babysitter. So she's saying, why would anyone think she is the babysitter, is innocent? Why would anyone think Danny is innocent? Why would anyone think the babysitter is innocent? So I don't know why anyone would not think the babysitter is innocent. I understand Danny because I think he's not innocent, and I just don't. I just don't. But as far as the babysitter, do any of you guys think she had anything to do with Quentin going missing? No, I don't at all. The ATS. This case has me speechless. Oh, what was your comment, Delana? Let me go back to it. Which one? I don't see it. I don't see it, Delana. Unless as it came through yet on my end. I don't see. Well, I'm wondering, can't be the babysitter. So who is, yeah, you're right on that now. So why would anyone think she's innocent? So who is this right here? I originally thought it was informing, and again, I haven't watched this live stream, so I'm wondering if you guys have, maybe you guys would know. I just assumed she was referring to the babysitter, but then Leo, you're right, because she does say the babysitter right here. Or was she incorporating both as the babysitter? Or I don't think she's talking about Leilani. I don't, Melissa. I don't. I think that when I look at the timeline with everything, him, and also when I listened to Michael, who is Leilani's half brother, his interview, and we're going to listen to that today. Not all of it, but some of it I clipped. I think that Danny and Leilani were both up that morning based off of some things that Leilani is saying, but her brother's saying it for her publicly. The timeline doesn't make sense for me for him to be completely innocent with this. Like, I don't believe something happened to Quentin and he slept through it. It doesn't make sense to me when I look at the timeline and what I take in consideration what everybody has said. I think that something happened to Quentin, and I think when that doorbell, Leilani says, and I don't have the time right in front of me, but she says she goes to bed. I think it was after one. It was like one something, and she says she's seen Quentin in his, he's asleep. I think something happened to Quentin around that time. I don't believe he was okay at that time. Then you get the doorbell open, and the back door opening at 2 something, right? And I think that's when Leilani leaves and removes Quentin. I think she removes him at that time. I think Danny, this is just theory talk, okay? Not saying this is a fact. I think Danny stays behind. He's aware of what has happened. She is the one to remove him. And I think she drives around, finds a dumpster to put him in, places him there. She comes back, and I think Danny and her are up in the morning talking, trying to figure out how to cover up what has happened. And I think they both come up with that story of, you wake up, Danny has to go to work, right? You wake up, you say there's a door open, you don't see Quentin. His alibi is going to be set because he's going to be going to work and then call me at work. She then calls him at a certain time. He then comes back and then looks like he, didn't know anything. That fits for me more than him not knowing about it. We learned that Quentin slept in the same room with them. I don't know. It just doesn't fit for me. Hey, Angela. And she says that she thinks it's important to call shit out when people aren't accountable for their own actions. They don't deserve pity in those instances. Just a hard kick in the ass, in my opinion, of course. All right. How many of you, hey D, how many of you guys, 1:45 a.m., yeah, crazy, 1:45 a.m., he is sleeping in the playpen and he's okay. He's okay at that time. And again, remember, the boyfriend leaves at work and he says Quentin is asleep in the playpen. And, he's wearing, and we hear he's wearing a Sesame Street shirt and the pants. So that tells me he placed eyes on him. I know some people think that he's innocent in all of this because law enforcement says that, it's Leilani. But then again, if Leilani, they got evidence where they have evidence of her on video, let's say we're hearing, not from law enforcement, but, her at the dumpster, that would be her, right? They don't know what was being said inside the house. They don't know if Danny was up the whole time and aware of it. Then Danny's like, okay, we come up with this story. The babysitter gets canceled. He goes to work. He tells her, okay, make sure you call me at this time. Then he goes to work. He gets a phone call. We don't know what was said on a phone call. You can't tell what's said on a phone call. Then he's at work. Then he comes back. You know what I mean? And he bounces so quickly. And it seems like the family didn't even know he was going to leave. I don't know. There's just something about Danny that doesn't sit right for me. The grandma of Q. I mean, do you guys think Danny is innocent in this? Let's try this again. Let's do a poll real quick. Put a 1 in chat if you think Danny is innocent. I know what law enforcement has said. I'm not stupid. I know that. But do you think Danny is innocent, or do you think Danny knows more? I think Danny knows more. Dee says she doesn't believe there's a timeline at all. Well, there has to be some timeline of events. There has to be some sequence, right, of what happened that night. Clearly, something happened to Quentin at a certain time. We know the only thing we know is the babysitter was canceled at 5:29. We still don't know really who sent it. That's data that's going to come in. 2, Crazy Mama, 1.5. You went to a 1.5. Okay. Let me see. Leo says 2. Donna 2. Okay, so you guys, some of you are with me on it. Okay, I'm surprised. Is Danny? No, MB. Danny is the boyfriend. So he's the boyfriend to Leilani and the little baby girl's dad. Quentin's dad has been cleared. He's the only real person that's been cleared with law enforcement verbally saying it. He has been cleared. Georgia says he's innocent. Thank you, Georgia, for sharing that with us. Trish says 2. Tony says he knows more. Delana says Danny knows more in her opinion. And again, this is just our opinion, you guys. Danielle, no, entirely innocent. Wait, where did that comment go? He must have seen abuse and did nothing. So you think that he's innocent to what at least happened to Quentin that night, where he is no longer alive, but he witnessed abuse in the past. Hey Jen says he knows more. Oh, okay, D. D says that she doesn't believe any of the timeline that anyone in the house says. Okay, I got you now. All right, so how many of you guys watched, let me get it, the court TV? I want to go over this with you guys. How many of you guys watched the court TV that aired just the other day about this case? Let me go to YouTube. And thank you guys for, participating in the chat with your comments. I love when people don't agree or see things my way. You guys chime in and let me know. I love that. All right, I have it here. Where'd it go? Right here. Okay. All right, it's getting hot in here, you guys. Let's see. You watched it. Leo says she watched it. Carly says she didn't watch it. Danielle says not entirely innocent. I don't think he harmed him that night. Let's see. Delana says I have watched it all, which pissed me off even more. Facts. Okay. I'm gonna play a little snippet. I'm not gonna play all of it. I want to play where they talk about the babysitter. So they have one of Court TV's investigators, reporters. She's boots on the ground. She goes to the home and she, does her report on the home and everything and stuff like that. And then she goes into and says that she spoke with the babysitter. Now, she says the babysitter doesn't want to go online, for, because of all the hate and everything. And not the hate, but I guess, for her own safety. But she says that the babysitter says that morning, the morning of, that she gets a text. And this reporter even says, she showed me the text. And she says it was from Leilani. And I thought, wait, what? What do you mean it was from Leilani? So let me play this for you guys. Hold on. Let me stop sharing my screen. And it's getting hot. Sorry, my hair has to go up. Where is it? Right here. It's getting hot in here. All right. He says when, oops, stop this. G says when the back door opened, I believe that's when she left with Q. If that's true, when Danny has capability completely, because he said he sees him at 6 a.m. and why cancel the babysitter? Yeah, and it's also said that, of what Quentin is wearing too by the person that last seen him, which would be Danny, which again places him with eyes on him. I don't know. Okay, let me play this really quick. Listen to what they say about the text, babysitter, and Leilani.
We have not been told exactly what, but related to the disappearance of Quentin Simon, and we know police have said they do not believe that he is alive, but that is the status now. This is still an ongoing search, and no word from police today on any updates coming out of that search.
Now, I also understand that you had an opportunity to speak with Quentin's babysitter. What did you find out?
She is the woman who kept him the day before he went missing. And she didn't want to go on camera because she said it's actually been difficult for her safety-wise as far as needing to take those precautions because of the intense scrutiny that surrounded this case. But she did talk to me off camera, and she said that she actually received a text the morning of the disappearance, that she was scheduled to babysit the baby, but that she received a text and she showed it to me that she said was from Leilani Simon at 5:29 a.m. And it said that they had made other arrangements.
And she said it was from Leilani. Hey, Miss Italy.
She did talk to me off camera, and she said that she actually received a text the morning of the disappearance, that she was scheduled to babysit the baby, but that she received a text and she showed it to me that she said was from Leilani Simon at 5:29 a.m. And it said that they had made other arrangements when it comes to babysitting. They would not need her, and she would be staying with her parents instead. So she typically would have him between 5:30 and 6, she said, in the morning is when they would bring her over.
So what? Let me gather my thoughts. This is why I have a problem with this, because if early on with the case, something that we always said was, why is it that there's misinformation out when it came to the text? With the text, right? It was said in the beginning, it was like confusing. It was put out when people said they talked to the babysitter that it was Leilani that sent that text. It was Leilani that called that morning. But then when the babysitter did her interview with Ziggy, she says, no, that was Danny, right? So we thought, oh, maybe media got it wrong, because sometimes media gets things wrong. But then it always bugged me because it was almost all the media got it wrong. They were all reporting the same shit, that it was Leilani and that it was coming from the babysitter. So whatever, the media got it wrong. Fast forward now, this is Court TV with their boots on the ground. This reporter here saying that she spoke to the babysitter and that the babysitter, she spoke with her, and she even says the babysitter showed her the text and said it was from Leilani. Is it possible the babysitter is putting misinformation out, you guys, on purpose? I don't know. I need to know what you guys think about that. I messaged the babysitter and I asked her about this. Because why is it that we're getting another reporter talking to the babysitter, and they are once again saying the babysitter is telling them it was Leilani? But then when the babysitter does her own live streams and when she does the interview with Ziggy, she says, no, it's the boyfriend. What the fuck is going on here? What is going on here? I don't think the babysitter did anything to Quentin, but I'm wondering what is going on here. This does not sit right with me. Do we think this babysitter is just, do we think this reporter got her facts wrong and everybody else in the beginning got their facts wrong? Come on, you guys. I don't know. What do you guys think? See, here's the thing. That's not, and that's probably true. But the thing is, this reporter is saying that she spoke with the babysitter and the babysitter showed her the text and said it was from Leilani at 5:29, canceling it. The babysitter has always said, when she did her live stream and when she did I just listened to Ziggy's, because after this I was like, I need to go back to Ziggy's again. And she says it was Danny. So I messaged her, because you're right, Miss Italy. I messaged the babysitter. Where did I put it? Okay, I first messaged her when I watched the interview with Michael, because in that interview, Michael says, well, Leilani, because she's the one saying it, says that she called the babysitter that morning. So I messaged the babysitter first with that one. And I'll just show you guys what I wrote. Hold on. Because I don't know, something's not right here with this for me. Okay. And I'm just going to show you guys. So this is when I first watched Michael's interview. In Michael's interview, Leilani says that she called the babysitter. So I said, hello, Diana, sorry to bother you, but just watched an interview that Leilani's half-brother did, and he claims Leilani called you that morning of October 5th, sorry, at 9 a.m. Did Leilani call you? She says, no, Danny did. So then I watched the court TV thing, and I'm like, okay, what the frick is going on here? The court TV reporter, investigator, says she spoke to, them. So what's going on? So I message her again and I say, it's me again. Sorry. I just want to make sure Leilani never called you or texted you that morning Quentin went missing. There's so much misinformation by media. And she says, no, it came from Danny's phone. And then I thought, do you know if Leilani messaged you from Danny's phone? She says, no, I don't. I just received a message from Danny's phone. So going back to what Miss Italy says, she says, I believe Leilani sent the text to Danny from Danny's phone. But the babysitter is saying it came from Danny's phone, and she believes it was Danny. So that means she never got a text from Danny's phone saying, hey, it's me, Leilani. Have you seen Quentin? You know what I mean? Because then she would be like, yeah, I did get a text from Danny's phone. Leilani texted me. Get what I'm saying? No, she's saying it came from Danny's phone. And then I thought, because I know how we need to know exact details with everything. That's why I said, do you know if Leilani messaged you from Danny's phone? And she's saying, no, I don't. So again, why is this reporter saying she interviewed the babysitter and the babysitter showed her the text that came in through at 5:29 and said it was from Leilani? What the hell's going on here, you guys? What's going on here? Do we really think mainstream media is missing all of that? Is making that much of a mistake? I know they get things wrong, guys, but I don't know. I'm starting to wonder. I don't know what I'm thinking right now. Did you ask the babysitter if she even talked to the court TV reporter? Well, I sent her this and she, no, I didn't. Lou said, should I message her right now and ask her? But I mean, do you think the court reporter talked to somebody else? I don't think so, but let's see if she'll reply back right away. She'll be like, girl, you need to know so much detail. It's me again. Sorry, I have another question for you. Sorry. Did you do an interview with a woman from Court TV? What day was this? Hold on. Oops. Sorry. Well, this was premiered on October 25th. So did you do an interview with the woman from Court TV? Yeah, just like that? Yeah. We'll see what she says. It has to be her. Or are you thinking that somebody pretended to be the babysitter and did the interview with her? But then how is she going to get the text? This reporter just said she showed me the actual text. She wasn't on camera. You make a good point, Lou. You sound like me. She says she wasn't on camera, though. So do we, hey, LFT, maybe just see if babysitter can clarify the confusion. Yeah, well, now I just asked if she did the interview, so we'll see what she says. She usually always replies early in the morning. I'm not sure the time difference from where I'm at to where she's at, but she does reply in the morning. So if she doesn't reply in time, I will share it with you guys on the next live stream. Uh-oh, you guys, we got somebody coming in here. And Crazy Mama, you make a good point. You make a really good point. She says, and this reporter was boots on the ground, you guys. She was there. So it's not like she would have had to do, but then again, I'm just assuming, I'm speculating. But she says everyone knows what the babysitter looks like because she went live on Facebook so many times. Well, I'll see if she actually did one. My nose is running. If she did one, I think it was her. I don't, but I do like that you guys are questioning if she actually did. You guys sound like me, so you guys are right with that. So we'll see what she says. But but then I go back to the very beginning, you guys. And in the very beginning, when we did our first live, what's the one thing I told you guys? Why is there so much? Okay. Okay, well, hold on. She replied. Oh, it was her. Okay, hold on. I should send her the link for Court TV. It doesn't seem like, I don't know if she watched it. Hold on, guys. It's hard to type with nails. I'll send her this live after. Okay, so let me see. I want to read what I wrote to her. I don't know if she's even seen the Court TV interview. I told her I can send it to her. I can show you the, okay. So she said she did do the interview. Oh, she did not do it wasn't an interview, she's saying. The reporter just asked her some questions, but she said, I told her I would not be on camera. Yeah, that's what the reporter said. So I don't understand why this is everywhere. I don't even think she's seen this Court TV thing. I don't think so. She said this was her, you guys, but she's saying it wasn't like an interview. The girl just asked her, the lady just asked her questions, but she's saying she doesn't understand. And she's like, I told her I did not want to be on camera, so I don't understand why that is everywhere. I don't think she's even seen this Court TV thing. I told her that the reporter states on the interview on the Court TV that you showed her a text message that was sent at 5:29 and that you said it was coming from Leilani. I told her if she's seen the Court TV, I'll send it to her. Huh. Okay. Okay, she's confusing me now, you guys. Hold on. She did, Lou. I'm going to tell her she needs to contact Court TV for putting out misinformation. And I appreciate the babysitter just answering our questions so quickly. So she's saying she did, okay, so I asked her, so she does know about the Court TV, and yes, she did talk to the lady. It wasn't an interview. She answered just some questions. Hold on, I asked her specifically, so you never mentioned that Leilani sent that, because that's what the reporter says. Hold on, guys. I'm not looking at your chat. Did someone get timed out by accident? That's what I thought. She's sticking to what she's originally said. I'm going to tell her she needs to contact Court TV. Because that's not right, you guys. Hold on, sorry. I'm doing this right here. Hold on. Because that's misinformation out there that this reporter said. And when you're with these kind of cases, you don't need that. Okay, so I asked her, so I said, okay, so I said, I understand it's because the reporter said you showed her a text message that was sent at 5:29, the one that got canceled, that canceled you as a babysitter, and you said it came from Leilani. So that's what the court reporter was saying. I then said, I can show you the Court TV interview. She said, okay, yes. She says, I did. Yes, I did. So meaning she did do this. She did talk to them and show them. Since she asked me if Danny or Leilani texted me, and I said it was Danny's phone I got the text from. Yes, I did say that, but never did I get on the camera saying that. Okay, so I think she got confused, me thinking she did like a face interview. And then I just said, so you never mentioned that Leilani sent it. She says, I never mentioned Leilani sent the text. She's never mentioned that. She says, I didn't say it came, I did say it came from Danny's phone. I don't know who sent it. And she has said that all along. She says, I just don't know if it was, who sent it, pretty much. I told her she needs to contact Court TV. She says, I am, because I don't know what is going on. Thank you. Yeah, she needs to contact them because, and I'm going to send her this link. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm going to send her the Court TV because this reporter clearly says that the babysitter showed her the text and said it was from Leilani. And that's misinformation being put out, you guys. So she's saying that, let me play that again. Hold on. Are we getting spammed, you guys? If I was her, I would contact Court TV.
Go on camera because she said it's actually been difficult for dates coming out of that search.
Now, I also understand that you had an opportunity to speak with Quentin's babysitter. What did you find out?
She is the woman who kept him the day before he went missing. And she didn't want to go on camera because she said it's actually been difficult for her safety-wise as far as needing to take those precautions because of the intense scrutiny that surrounded this case. But she did talk to me off camera, and she said that she actually received a text the morning of the disappearance, that she was scheduled to babysit the baby, but that she received a text and she showed it to me that she said was from Leilani Simon at 5:29 a.m. And it said that they had made other arrangements when it comes to babysitting. They would not need her and she would be staying with her parents instead. So she typically would.
See, that's misinformation, and I hope she does contact Court TV. I really do, and set the record straight, because she's saying she never said it was Leilani, and she won't, because she doesn't even want to do interviews. I know. I'd be pissed if I was her, because that's putting out misinformation right there, and this is coming from Court TV. Court TV. You know what I mean? They can't be doing that. They can't be putting, we go to them for accurate information. Jelana says, my daughter is 27 and going to a Halloween party. Theme is icons only, dead or alive. She's being Judy. Oh, that's so cool. I want to see a picture. I have my costume, but I'll take pictures and put it. Okay. So I guess what I was thinking, at first I was starting to think, like, is the babysitter putting something else out there? But I don't know. I believe the babysitter. Like I said before, I believe her. I don't think she did anything to Quentin or anything like that. I do believe she loved those kids. And I was just questioning what is going on here, because in the beginning we had media saying it was Leilani sending this, and again they had interviewed the babysitter, and now fast forward we got that clarified with the babysitter when she did her interview with Ziggy. But then now just the other day we get this, and this reporter boots on the ground saying that she spoke with the babysitter and that she said and showed her the text and said it was from Leilani. So glad I got that clarified. So babysitter is saying she's never said that, and she's going to actually contact Court TV. I don't trust Court TV anymore. They messed up a lot of facts. Vicky says she believes the babysitter. I believe her too. All right, you guys. So do you guys want to listen to, I want to, it's about 27 minutes. I clipped it. It's the interview that Michael, who is Leilani's half brother, did. What do you guys think? Or should I do that for a different live? Let me know where you guys are at. We've been on here for 1 hour and 18 minutes. I didn't think I was going to take this long with the whole Court TV thing, but I'm glad we got that clarified, and I'm really happy the babysitter answered those questions for us. It's disgusting that Court TV got it wrong. I know. I have seen it happen before where media makes mistakes. I've seen that too, Mama. And, I understand they get things wrong all the time, but it was like a lot of them were getting it wrong, and that's what made me start thinking that today, after I seen the Court TV one, I was like, okay, what if the babysitter is putting out misinformation on purpose? I started thinking, my mind started going there, but I'm really happy she really clarified it all for us. I have time. My kids aren't here, so I'm cool. Crazy Mama says, I'm still cooking. Don't have to go. All right. Grateful Ed says play it. All right. So let me get it. Give me a second. And it's only like 20. It's a longer interview. Actually, it's like over 1 hour, but I'm not going to play all that. If you want to hear, the full interview, go to Voices Behind the Walls channel. Let her get the whole view, the views for it. I just clipped about 25 minutes of it, and I did not include a lot of what Voices says on it, her questions and all that, yeah, but I really wanted to focus just on what Michael had to say. That's what I was really interested in, so just keep that in mind. And again, while I'm loading this, thank you guys all for being here, as always. All right. Okay, let's stop sharing. It's getting hot in here. You guys know I torture myself. Okay, let me take that off the screen. And we're a big supporter of LFT. LFT, what keys are you guys covering right now? Can one of my mods drop Cher's channel link? And then just remember, you guys, regardless how you feel towards any creator that I share their content, please do not throw any bash or hate in the channel. That's not what this is about. We're not here for voices. We're here to hear what Michael has to say. And that's why I want to share it with you guys. So please be respectful to me as a creator and not bash anybody in my chat. Now, Michael is going to be Leilani's half brother, so from her dad's side. So her daddy, which I know some creators showed his photo and all that stuff. He's Hawaiian and he's good looking for, for a grandpa, that's for sure. I'm like, okay. But that's her dad, his son, her half brother. Nothing to do with Billy, if anybody. Ooh, you're making pasta? My daughter made chicken Alfredo the other day. Yeah, I love them too. They're so organized. I'm gonna wait till someone puts the link for share in here before I push play. Hi TX, how are you doing? Tiffany 420. What is 420? Does that mean you smoke? I should look at comments from my phone because StreamYard is lags. Does anyone want to come up here and watch it with me? Anyone willing to come up here with me? Thank you, Delana. Okay, again, this is coming from Voices channel, Voices Behind the Wall, better known as Cher. And she did this interview. I don't know the exact date, but she did the interview with Michael, and Michael is Leilani's half brother. No, it's on my. Oh, oh, okay. It's your date of. Okay, I would have thought it was. Do you get that all the time? That's funny. Thanks, Carly. All right, so I'm gonna just put the link in chat. If anyone wants to pop up and watch it with me, you're more than welcome to. Just make sure you will have to turn your camera on real quick, just so I make sure that you're not, gonna try to, dick bomb me or anything. Okay, LFT, I adore you. Okay, so there's the link if anybody wants to come on. Let me hit play and let's start listening to this.
What your thoughts are that happened on October 5th?
Well, I can give only hypothesis and thoughts like that. There's a lot of them out there. I mean, people sit there and say that I'm blaming Danny, but I'm like, no, he just needs to be in the limelight as well. It's not just.
I agree.
And there's a whole possibility of an accident, with the tub. I'm sure you heard about that one. And those are really the only, and that or somebody came in and kidnapped, but that one's getting less and less likely in my head.
Right. Yeah, I do agree that I think Danny should be looked at further because it seems to me it's either Danny and your sister or one or the other.
Yeah, or they're covering tracks. I just can't tell.
Right. And so I have not seen you, and I have actually not heard your mom. I haven't heard really anyone, like I've thrown different ideas and theories to your mom too, but people think she's protecting your sister and trying to lie for her, and I have experienced the complete opposite.
Yeah, no, there's no lying here. We all want the truth, and whoever it is that we find out did it, we'll walk them to jail.
MD says, so this guy was in the home, correct? At the time of this being recorded, or the day that Quentin would go missing. So for the day that Quentin, why do I say go missing? For what ended up happening October 5th, even October 4th. So no, this is not he's her half brother from the dad's side. So he doesn't live with them. And I don't even think he lives close by, to be honest with you. He does not live there. Paul is the one who lives there. I think he's like 21 or 22. And Paul was there the day that something would happen to Quentin. But he has been very quiet. I was even thinking of trying to find him I see if his Facebook is still going and messaging him, but he's been very quiet. And Miss Italy, I'll keep you in my prayers. I seen what you just wrote. You found a mass in the left breast. I go tomorrow for my second mammogram. I'll say a prayer for you. Stay strong, and no matter what, you're going to get through it. No matter what. Okay, got that. Okay. I should also say, keep in mind, since he didn't live there, you guys, everything he is saying is going to be what he is hearing from his family, okay? And at times, I think I can hear Leilani in the background. So I'm assuming he's there. Wherever he's at, Leilani is there, because you can clearly hear her saying certain things.
Jail with them.
Even if it's your sister.
Sadly, yes.
Yeah. Yep. And that's what I've experienced, you guys, that, she's not being protected inside that house like everyone thinks. I mean, they're going through it like none other. They don't even know how to process. That's got to be hard to look your sister, your daughter, your stepdaughter, in the eyes and have to be in the same house. Like what,
I love her. I mean, she's my sister, and I'm always going to be there for her, but you do something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And that's if she do, so until we have actual evidence, then I'll believe it.
Right. Don't you think that sounds fair, you guys? Do you think he's really in the landfill? I hate bringing up.
I pray he's not.
You pray he's not. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, AB. Thank you, Angie. Did Leilani fail the polygraph? Do you know? I think.
Hold on 1 second. I got to ask if I can have permission to say that.
Okay. Yes. Okay. The girl's going to jail. Billy says she feels so.
That can't be disclosed. I'm sorry.
Pardon?
Due to FBI and stuff and personal.
Yeah.
That's personal
Okay.
information. I can't disclose it.
I kind of.
So he's saying he can't answer it because, basically he's saying they've been told they can't say it. But there has been rumors out there that you guys have seen too, that Danny and Leilani both took a polygraph, and that allegedly it's rumored that Danny passed, Leilani didn't. But again, that's just rumors with all of it. And I think if she would have passed, Leilani, and even though, this isn't about if you agree with polygraphs, or at the end of the day, they're not admissible in court. But I think if she would have passed, I'm 100% sure they would have shared that with us. They would have want that out there. If she was getting, again, law enforcement hasn't stated anything about polygraphs being actually given. So just remember that. But if she did take one and she did pass, let's be real, they would have said, yes, she passed it. I believe if she did take one, she didn't pass it.
Figured. Yep. Okay.
All that protesting stuff. I actually did a live this morning saying that they need to knock that stuff off, but it sounds like they're going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. I don't know what their goal is.
Too.
Yeah. So are you do you live at that house?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay.
When Quentin on October 5th, Was there anyone, it was just Leilani, Danny, and the children home, or was anyone else at the house in that time frame?
You know I love it. Sorry. So Leilani wanted me to let you guys know that when the time comes, she will come and share her story. But as of right now, she is barred by the FBI.
That's
Mm.
understandable, and that's okay.
So when the time comes, she will share her story. I mean, I know some people were like, well, we don't want to hear her side. I want to hear her side. I want to hear what she has to say. But I feel like what I'm thinking is based off of the 911 dispatch call, her story's going to be that she woke up, didn't see her son, and there was a door open and he can't open it. She thinks someone took him. I mean, is there a different story she's going to go with? I think that would be the story she's going with, right? I know her family have a theory about the bathtub, but as far as Leilani, isn't that her story? Well, crazy mama, remember, allegedly it's not Leilani saying she don't remember. She never said that. It's FBI told her that this is coming again from what we heard from Billy Joe on the article we read yesterday, the one with her and Bubba. It's law enforcement telling the family and telling Leilani she blacked it out. She doesn't remember. But Leilani allegedly never said that. Why? Well, Jen, I feel like she says, why, Cece? It's just lies. I still want to hear what she has to say, though, about the sequence of events that happened that night. I really want to hear what happened with Quentin when the babysitter dropped him off. I want to know all the little details of it. Did he, what did he eat? Did he eat anything? Did he take a bath that night? What time did he go to bed? All of those little things I want to know. Do I think she's going to admit to something happening? No, she's not. She's never going to admit to it. Just like, when we listened to the interview and she pretty much basically is saying, unless you guys find, she's pretty much waiting for them to find evidence, right? And if they do, then she will go down and take herself to the police station. But basically, it's like, well, if you find evidence, then I'll talk. But if you don't, I'm not saying anything. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I know she's going to lie. She will never admit to it. But I still want to hear what she has to say. I do. I want to hear what Danny has to say, too.
Leilani, thank you.
Thanks, Lil Wayne.
I apologize. Paul was home.
Paul was home? Okay. Lil Wayne, thank you. Just make sure what you're saying is okay, Michael.
I'm trying to.
Yeah. Sensible respect for the legal situation, positive ways for difficult reality. Wandering Sub says, can you tell us some things about Quentin, please?
As in regards?
Yeah, like
what was he like?
Yeah, like.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he was a happy, bouncy. He's a quiet child. In my opinion, it was a baby, but he was one of the most well-behaved of the three. I mean, he was bright. He was happy. He was a good kid.
I hate to ask you, but.
And Tiffany, you make a great point. She says, but remember, guys, she started out saying Bubba came and got him. So I don't know how many times the story is going to change. And that's true because, and in the interviews that we've listened to, and what's been reported is that she told the grandpa that Bubba came and took him. So do you really think grandpa's going to be lying? No. But that's the story she said, that the dad took him. So first story right there. But the dispatch for the first thing she said, so the first thing she would have said would have been to the dispatch, right? When she calls 911. We don't have the actual call, but we have the dispatch. Her first story would have been to them that she woke up, her son wasn't there, there was a door open, He can't open a door. She thinks someone came and took him. That was the first one. Then when the family starts showing up, her story isn't that. Her story to the grandpa, at least in the family, is that, his dad came and took him. So that would have been the second one that she would have given.
But do you think that Quentin is definitely deceased?
I'm holding hope that he's not.
Okay. Someone's asking, how is Leilani doing?
Hard, you know. It's an emotional thing, and she's got many emotions in there.
Mhm.
It's hard to express. You know, when my mom passed away, it was really hard for me to shed tears, but this lady here has cried a lot.
Mm-hmm. Is Leilani clean at the moment?
Hold on. Yes, the last drug test came up clean.
Awesome.
I like how he has to ask if she's clean. He's like, hold on. And here's the thing. I want to know, was she clean the day that something happened to Quentin? That's what I want to know. Was she high on drugs that day is what I want to know. When was the last time she got drug tested though? You know what I mean? And just own your mistakes, move forward, heal your flipping. So yeah, and I agree with you, Angela.
Awesome. We're sorry, what was it? Were the kids supposed to spend the night with the babysitter?
Hold on one second.
Okay. I'm trying to get everyone's questions. I'm sorry, I'm missing some.
I don't know if it's been said, but I just wanted to let everybody know that the kids were not done or taken, however you want to say it, through CPS.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And yeah, and I remember, I think we went over that last night with her, and it wasn't, Billy's told me it was never like a court order through CPS that why she had custody, but yeah.
Forgive me, what was the other question? Because I got distracted.
Were the kids supposed to spend the night with the babysitter?
I believe they were not supposed to stay the night with a babysitter that night.
Okay.
Right. Was that a common thing? Like, there's been a lot of people talking about the kids would quite often spend the night at the babysitters. Is that true?
It wasn't common unless they had the other grandkids and birthday parties, like her
Okay.
grand.
Hi, Coco.
Now, there was also, I don't know if it's been told, but Danny told a family member here before he left that he holds all the answers. And that really bothers me.
Mm.
And again, that's just speculation. They can totally be lying. But they're claiming that Danny says he holds all the answers before he actually left. But I keep thinking about that yesterday, that interview when we read like what was said in that 11-minute interview between Grandma and Bubba, how Grandma says on there that what was the quote of it? Something like she is going on social media and she's trying to pretty much bash Danny as much as she can, or something like that, she said. So keep that in mind when you hear them saying things about Danny. This family is trying to make sure they, bash him online right now. So is that true that he really said that? I don't know.
Do you know why he just left?
I don't know. Nobody was expecting it. His parents came down. They were doing things they weren't supposed to do, and they up and left.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Michael, there is a lot more going on than what's even out there in the media. That, like, I've seen that, you guys have been told to stay home. Why aren't you out searching? Why aren't they out at the landfill? I have personally seen where they have been asked to stay at home and not be a part of the search. I've seen that. So people need to
and
stop with
that's not
that.
uncommon. That same thing in the Wells case.
They aren't allowed to have, you see how everyone at the landfill has hazmat suits on, all of that. It's a whole health, when you're dealing with waste management,
Yeah.
they are not allowed over there.
Not just any Joe Schmo can walk up in there and join the search. I mean, it's a great thought, but you can't. There have to be safety precautions and this and that, and it has to be professionals who know how to search through things, because you can't be trusted with a pile and not know how to search it properly, because what if you miss it?
Correct, and people don't realize that everyone here is a suspect, or a part of this investigation, and we could be going out there searching and trying to cover the tracks. That's what they don't want.
Okay, and Crazy Mama says, first red flag, nobody was running around screaming, looking, and no posters, and Leilani wouldn't even do an interview until now. And here's the thing, I'm going to have to disagree with what they're saying right here on the panel for Voices and Mr. Share. Here's the thing, we know, like I said yesterday, we know you can't go to the landfill and help search. We know that. We're not stupid. We're not talking about that. I think a lot of people, as far as myself also included, is that we have a problem because when he first was reported missing, how come nobody in this family went out searching for him? How come no flyers were being made and passed out? The only person I heard that said they were going to make flyers was the babysitter. Other than that, I didn't hear anybody in this family saying grandma, grandpa, Leilani, Paul, Michael, where were you in the very beginning? How come no one went out searching? How come no one did flyers? How come no one did that when they all initially would have thought that, based off of Leilani, the 911 dispatch, based off of that someone came in and took him? If that's what Leilani was saying, how come the family did not go search then? Like I said yesterday, it's because they all, in my opinion, knew that was a bullshit story, and they knew Leilani did something. That's why no one went out and actively searched for him in the beginning. We're not talking about the landfill. We know you can go there in the beginning. I would love for them to answer that. Why didn't you all as a family go search for Quentin?
Yeah.
Right.
Plus, they wouldn't want a family member, like, I don't want to be morbid, but they wouldn't want a family member to find Quentin right now.
Yeah.
Devastating.
That would be.
Yes, and I was told to relay information. The babysitter did come with her daughter, oldest daughter, and they did search in the house.
Okay.
The babysitter and her oldest daughter came to your mom's house and searched it?
They helped search, correct.
And I did ask the babysitter that, and she answered, but it left me a little confused, so I'm going to have her clarify before I even say anything on it. But Michael was saying that the babysitter and her daughter did go inside the house and search. And Crazy Mama says, look at Jolissa's family, and that's Jolissa Fuentes out in California. She says the family, they never stopped and was out every day. Also, look at Lucian Munguia's case from Washington. He was missing September 10th, I believe. He went missing from the park, and they're still out there searching areas where they can go. The dad, I just watched an interview he did with News Nation just the other day. I shared it on my community yesterday, and he's still going out and searching for him. And I watched an interview he did, and he even said if he doesn't know what to do but search, like if he's not out there searching, I think his thoughts start getting the best of him. So he has to keep searching for his son. And yet you have this family, and even with Dawn and Candace, at least we've seen Candace at least once or twice. Once I seen her passing out flyers, but I think that was for a photo. We did see her, do at that parade, at least we seen that with them. With this family, we didn't get anything from them in the beginning. Crazy Mama says, as a parent, I would be out every day. They know where he is, and that's why they aren't out now. Yeah, I believe they never searched in the beginning or passed out flyers in the beginning because they all knew Leilani was lying. Just listen to the grandparents' interview they did initially, the first, or was it the second day he was missing? That speaks volume of what they really thought. They knew she was lying. As a parent, I am sick of parents having children and do these horrific things to the babies. They should protect and love them. And I agree. And I think a lot of parents feel the same way. A lot of you are saying you would be out searching. I mean, you can look at a lot of cases, and a lot of times you will hear law enforcement saying, stay home, don't search, But how many times do those parents actually listen? What are they going to arrest you if you go search for your kid? No, they're not going to arrest you for that. You know what I mean? They'll advise you don't go on social media. I've heard law enforcement stating that. You know what I mean? What are they going to do? Arrest you? No. So even if they said we don't think you should go out searching right now, stay here. I'm sorry, that's not going to stop me. Arrest me if you need to. I'm going to go out and search. You know what I mean? That needs more coverage. I know. I'm glad News Nation covered it with Lucian's case. And I do want to do another live stream about that case. Right? I agree, Dee. She says, it's your child. You should be out. Be the one out there. Nancy says, hello, Nancy. She says, I am beginning to wonder if Danny is the real number one suspect and law enforcement is lying to us. For her to be the main suspect and not a flight risk just doesn't make sense. And they pretty much said she was the only one quite early on. And here's the thing, though, I keep telling myself, just because they have said she's the main one and the only one right now, they're still investigating everything, right? So what if behind the scenes they're still looking, because they have not said Daniel Youngkin has been cleared. They have not said that. So until they say that, I still think he knows more with this case. I personally do. Mama says that she'd be searching to the ends of the earth if it was a family member. I know, just you guys are parents. You know what I mean? You think law enforcement's gonna be able to keep you from searching? And if you really thought someone kidnapped your kid, if you really thought someone came in and took your child, but again, if you know what happened and you know you are at fault or you're protecting someone who did something to your child, then that's different. But if you really thought someone came in and took your child, you would be out doing something to find your child, whether that's making flyers, passing them out, whether that's doing interviews on the news stations, getting their face out there everywhere, because you don't know how quickly that child can be, taken to another state. You'd be out there trying to spread as much awareness as you can. I mean, my God, this is your child. You birthed them. This came out of your body. Of course you'd be doing that. The reason none of them did it is because they know. Like, let's cut the BS. They know.
I thought she said she was told not to.
Yeah.
Maybe I heard that wrong. I don't want to
No,
start a rumor, but
that was true. Danny did say that.
okay. And it may be kind of a stupid one, but is it in any way somewhat of a typical thing for the back door to be left open or even slightly ajar? Like, is it to let airflow, or
Say that one more time.
is it typical for the back door to be left open?
No, that's very unusual because there is a pool out here.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know what made them want to drain the pool? Was it?
It was green and hard to see through, so
they would-
they wanted to drain it and verify everything.
Okay. And I don't know if you can say, but was there anything found in the pool? A blanket, a toy, anything?
They did not give us any information on that.
Okay. I think he knows that. They all know that.
Somebody posted about If the babysitter texted about bruises and a belt.
Thank you, Meg.
Oh,
The
thank you, Meg.
babysitter did? The babysitter texted that?
Somebody said that she texted that, and there is nothing like that.
Yeah, that's what your mom was saying, is that I mean, I haven't actually seen those pictures, but
If they're there, show them to me.
yeah. Yeah, like the screenshot of the calls to CPS as well, right?
Correct. And then Bullhorn Betty also said that the babysitter has video of Leilani slapping Quentin to the ground. I was like, show me the video.
I don't watch that creator, but I have not heard that. Have you guys, that there's video allegedly that of Quentin being slapped down from Leilani? I haven't seen that, but again, I don't watch that creator, so I don't know.
I
That would have been made. The public would have saw that.
I was
Asked several times if you know, did the babysitter have a key to the house?
yeah, I was
Let
wondering.
me double check on that. Did the
Okay.
babysitter have a? Oh,
I know where Danny's at. I know where his mom works, Jeannie. Yeah, we've got all that down.
that
I'm
is
not gonna-
correct. She did have a key to the house.
Okay.
She did? Okay, I know.
And here's the thing, I can't help but wonder if they're trying to insinuate that maybe possibly the babysitter did something and took Quentin. She had a key to the house. You know, like I said, I do not believe the babysitter did anything. So what if she had the key to the house? So what? I don't think she did anything. And you guys are saying you never heard that either. Yeah, I never heard that before. But then again, I don't watch that channel, so maybe it's out there. But I kind of agree with Michael on it. If there was video of that, don't you think, I mean, that would have gotten leaked already? I feel like with true crime, yeah, it possibly would have. Somewhere it would have.
Oh, everyone. Okay. Okay. Why did I see you? Why did Leilani suspect the bio dad? Can she or can you?
You
Can
mean
that even
Danny?
be answered? Yeah. Why did Leilani suspect the bio dad? Or okay, Quentin's bio dad.
Hold on one second. I apologize.
Or is that even true?
Right. That's the hard part, is there's so much going out that people are just taking things as usual in every case.
Yeah, hopefully we can dispel some rumors at the very least here.
And that's not a rumor. Leilani did say that she thought the bio dad took him. You have her own family saying that she told him that. So that's not a rumor. If you get mad at anybody, then go talk to the family because they're the ones who put that out there.
And I will ask. Hi, Eden.
Yeah, I'll get back to that question. She's gonna write down some stuff, and I'll read that to you.
Thank you.
So it's asked, you know, why she pretty much said it was the bio dad. And right here he says, she's going to write some stuff down. I'll get back to you. You know, she's going to try to come up with why she put that out there. And then when later on, when she does answer it, it's not even really addressing the question. People want to know why she said that. Why I want to know why she told her own family that bio dad came and picked him up. That's what I want to know. She never really answers it. She actually tries to go around it. But this girl right here, Eden, she does ask some really good questions.
Thank you, Leilani.
Hi there.
Hi.
I just wanted to ask about the fact that the babysitter had been cancelled that morning, quite early on, like really early on.
Yeah.
Just what does Michael think about that?
That's a really hard one to answer because that's one we can't figure out. If it was something that happened, if it was a cover up, that I would cancel.
Hmm.
Hmm.
It wasn't a typical thing for them to like get her to come over or tell her they don't need her at like last minute kind of thing. That wasn't typical.
Not that I'm aware of, but I can ask.
Oh, that's right, Dietz. Yep, I do remember that. Someone said, where was the pack and play located in the house? Did the kids did Quentin sleep in your sister's room? Are you guys even able to answer that?
That was okay. The text to the babysitter was completely on Danny and Danny alone. He was the one that decided that.
Okay.
Okay.
What was the other question?
Did you guys hear how he worded that? Hold on, I have it. Where did I write it? Hold on. So he said when it comes to canceling the babysitter, that was Danny and Danny alone. He was the one who decided that. So he asked Leilani about it. So he comes back with, it was Danny and Danny alone. He was the one who decided that. He was the one who decided that. What does that mean? He was the one who decided that. That really makes me feel that in the morning, they were both up, Leilani and Danny, talking about how to cover up what happened to Quentin. And maybe, in fact, maybe it was Danny who decided that while they were up trying to figure out how to cover it. Maybe that was a little slip up of a hidden truth. Maybe it was Danny who said, you know what, let's cancel the babysitter. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting how he says that. And he asked Leilani it. It was Danny and Danny alone. He was the one who decided that.
Where was the pack and play? Like where did Quentin and the kids sleep?
In the same room as the both of them.
Okay.
You guys.
And another thing, Quentin, this is something I've been wondering. Thank you, Delana. I see it right now. I got to get a charger for my phone. Another thing, so Quentin slept in the same room as Leilani and Danny. Let's remember that.
Back to the Bubba question.
Bye,
I did not.
Love you, Cher.
Bye. Thank you.
love you.
Bye, Alex.
I did not call out Bubba. The police asked simple questions like, has the father tried to see him? And I said yes, but he has never showed. And when I confronted him about it, one of his last messages was, you don't deserve Quentin. And because of that, they decided to check out Bubba.
The next one is, can we get clarification on the
So basically, she doesn't really answer the question. I want to know, she should have been really asked, why did you tell your family that Bubba came and took him? She totally sugarcoated that answer, I think, in my opinion. Why did you tell your family that Bubba came and took him? Why did you say that? She's pretty much saying, she's just sugarcoating it to me. And let me see. I see, does CC have a Facebook group? I do have a Facebook group. I also have an Instagram, but I never go on the Instagram. Miss Italy. Delana, can you share the Facebook group for me, please, in chat?
on the door opening, on the back door being open, what time it actually registered, and who actually got the alert?
Give me a second. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, it's okay. I appreciate it. Thank you, Sharon, Mark.
Of
yeah.
course.
This is what we want. We want to find answers and
With less
hopefully,
chaos.
yeah.
It is nice that he's doing this. It's honestly nice that, I mean, the families there right now and all taking part in reality, if you hear. So they're all answering. And what more can you ask?
2:40 to 5:44 a.m. And the one who reported that was Joe Swine, our brother.
Okay.
He
Okay,
has
so-
access to the ADT system that's here.
But the camera that was actually should have been activated by the back door was not working at the time. Is that correct?
Yes, because there was construction going on with the shed and it was unplugged,
Okay.
or garage, or whatever you want to
How convenient the back door camera is not working at that time. But the brother Joe, I guess he gets, I'm not sure if he gets the alerts, which is interesting to me because he doesn't live there. So why would he get the alerts? Or did he just have access to it? I don't know. But he is the one who says that from the ADT system. Again, the back door camera wasn't working and the back door opened. Allegedly, they're claiming at 2:40 to 5:44 a.m. in the morning is what they're claiming. And of course, ironically, there would be that camera was not working at the time. How convenient. How convenient, right?
call it.
Okay. And then my last question really has a couple parts to it. The morning of the 5th, you stated that the text message to the babysitter went through at 5:29, and it was from Danny. Was
Juan, is that Paul? Who's Juan? No, Juan is a different case. Let me see what Crazy Mama says. Paul is the brother. He lives in the home. He would have been there. We're told he's the one who was there when he lives there, and he was there when something happened to Quentin. I wonder if he's still there or if he's left the home. Let me see what she says. So Joe is the other brother. So Joe and Paul, Leilani, and then the other brother who's in prison, those are from Billy. Those are Billy's kids. And then Michael, that's from Leilani's dad, and that's her half brother. Did he say Juan? I didn't hear Juan. Did you guys hear Juan? I didn't hear that.
Leilani awake when he sent that text message?
Hold on. Yes, she was asleep. He shook her and couldn't wake her up.
Did you guys hear Leilani in the background? She says, he shook me. So you can hear. Let me rewind it a little bit. And the one that got the alert, Crazy Mama, that would have been Joe, the brother. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me rewind that a little bit. So you can hear her in the background. She's saying, he shook me. But she didn't wake up. That doesn't even make sense. Hold on.
From Danny. Was Leilani awake when he sent that text message?
Hold on. Yes, she was asleep. He shook her and couldn't wake her up.
Oh,
Okay, and then so she was asleep.
This is correct.
And then what time did she actually wake up that day? Because there was the rumor at the beginning that she woke up at 9, and that's when she noticed that Quentin wasn't there.
That is correct.
I see you, AB.
9 o'clock.
Okay. So then my next question is, and the babysitter has stated that she saw Danny driving by very slow at approximately 8:20 in the morning. Was Danny actually at work that morning? Has that been confirmed?
Yeah, that has not been confirmed.
And do you know anything about him driving by at 8:20?
I know nothing about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard that too, Therese, and I thought that was interesting because I actually wondered just from my conversations with Billy or even Leilani even knew that.
Yeah, that's very interesting because the other rumor is that he was actually late for work that day. But he says that he was contacted, he says that he was contacted by Leilani around 9, but then the this is all pure rumor, so take it for what you want. The other part would be that he went to work and then he was immediately contacted by Leilani and he basically returned home. So there's a lot of confusion about Danny's morning when it comes to his work schedule. So Leilani didn't even know that he had texted the babysitter that the kids weren't coming. So when she woke up, she didn't expect to have any children.
I'd have to ask real fast.
Since they have Leilani in the background, I would have said, what time did Leilani call Danny and tell him that Quentin was missing? That's what I would have wanted to know. What time is she going to come out and say? What time would she give us? And again, this is all rumors that Danny was late to work. There's been no proof of that. I don't even know where the F he actually works. This is, again, just speculation with everything. But, that Leilani is claiming that, at 6 a.m., it had to be around 6 a.m., right? Because he leaves to work, allegedly, coming from their side, their story. 6 a.m., he leaves to work. And I guess before he leaves, he tried to wake Leilani up and tried to, shake her, but he couldn't wake her up. Why would he be trying to wake her up, though? If, the babysitter says that Leilani is never up with the kids, and all of that stuff, why, if Quentin is asleep in his playpen, and I'm assuming the rest of the kids are asleep, you're going to work, and why are you going to wake Leilani up? Why are you going to be shaking her? Why are you trying to wake her up? That makes no sense to me. You know what I mean? What husband, boyfriend, you're leaving to work, the kids are all sleeping still, you have a 4-month-old, and you're going to try to wake up the mom? That makes no sense to me whatsoever. Why are you trying to shake her to wake her up? That just sounds bullshit to me, especially since, babysitter says that she's never up with the kids, but yet you're going to be shaking her, trying to wake her up. Why are you trying to wake her up for? All the kids, Quentin's asleep allegedly in the playpen. What are you trying to wake her up for? You know what I mean? Like, that just makes no sense to me now that I think about it right now. And again, they're saying that she did wake up at 9 a.m.
I apologize, but Danny did go to work, and he was late.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Hi, Abby.
Okay, but who is saying he was late? You know what I mean? Again, we all know this is just speculation. Miss Italy says that, crazy, I heard he was 17 minutes late. Where did you hear he was 17 minutes late, though? Is that coming from Leilani's side of the family? And I do think, I tell you, I think Danny's involved, but I am taking what they're saying about him with a grain of salt. Now that I've seen that Billy told Bubba, that she's trying to pretty much smear his name out there on social media. She's been doing that. So I don't trust a word they're saying, sadly. Right, crazy mama? We say that with every case. Angela says she needs to keep it as confusing as fuck. So there's a ton of speculation, right? Hearsay, yeah. Well, who messaged the babysitter? So for the babysitter, all we know for sure is it came from Danny's phone. It came from Danny's phone. And since, hey, Carol, how are you doing today? And since, Danny has been very quiet. I haven't seen anything with him himself coming public with anything. I know I've seen some people claiming to be his friends, coming to his defense and saying certain things out there, but I've never seen Danny actually put anything out. And maybe you guys have. Let me know if you have. But, has he ever said, yes, I am the one who sent that message at 5:29? Has he ever himself came out and said that? I haven't seen that. We know that the message came from his phone, and we're hearing that Leilani's claiming she had nothing to do with that message. It's all Danny. But again, we really don't know who sent that.
Angie, we asked him that, and no one knows why. No one knows why Danny just left. they're very confused about
Yeah,
that.
everyone seems confused about that.
I'm wondering what time he actually left work then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I apologize for interrupting. Leilani did not expect to wake up and have the children, but she did call the babysitter because sometimes she comes and just takes Quentin when she has too many kids that are over there.
See? Oh,
So Leilani called the babysitter that morning. Do we know what time Leilani called the babysitter?
I'm sorry, I got protesters now honking horns and stuff.
I heard.
So Leilani is claiming that when she wakes up, she didn't expect to have the kids there. So she's claiming she thought the kids were going to go to the babysitter. She's claiming she had nothing to do with that cancellation of the babysitter, right? And she's saying he's going to get distracted right here with the protesters and stuff. But he comes back and he says that Leilani said she called the babysitter from I think it is from like 9:13 a.m. to like 9:17. But then I showed you guys in the beginning, and there's the other message, the first message I showed you. After I seen this, I hit up the babysitter and I asked her, did Leilani ever call you that morning? And I told her why I was asking her, and I showed that to you guys, and she said no. She never got a call from Leilani that morning. So why is Leilani on here saying that she called the babysitter?
Heard that.
Jeez.
Crap, I gotta really go. Hold on.
Wow. Do you guys hear that? You see, this is what I hear on the phone.
What was the question?
What time did Leilani call the babysitter? Jeez, that's crazy. What are they doing?
Hold on a second, I gotta walk all the way back.
Like, we're getting answers right now, people, and we're not doing all that bullshit. Like, it's making me frustrated, honestly.
I can't even.
She says between 9:13 and 9:17.
Thank you.
And it was on whose phone? It was on Danny's phone.
Thank you.
Okay, because the babysitter states that.
Did you guys just catch that? Did you catch that? She said she called the babysitter, okay? The babysitter saying, nope, no, you didn't. But did you just hear what she said in the background? On Danny's phone. She just said that she called the babysitter, but she used Danny's phone. I thought that was very interesting because that tells us, you guys, she had access to Danny's phone that morning. And if she had access to his phone that morning, why is she not calling the babysitter with her own effing phone? Why did you reach for Danny's phone? So let's be real. Who really sent that text in the morning? Since she had access to Danny's phone and she picked it up, she's claiming right here, I picked up Danny's phone and I called the babysitter. How do we know she didn't pick up Danny's phone at 5:29? How do we know she didn't send that text? I thought that was very interesting when I heard that shit. I was like, wow. Because when we first heard that there was this text sent, I was wondering, could she have used Danny's phone? Did Danny have a password? I was thinking all of that. Does Danny leave his phone laying around? But now that she says it herself, that she called the babysitter and she used Danny's phone, why not grab her own phone? I don't know. I tell you, I think they were both up in the morning. They were both talking to each other. They knew what happened to Quentin. They're both trying to figure out what happened to Quentin. And maybe, like she said earlier, it was, what was the wording that was said about why the babysitter got canceled that morning? It was Danny, and Danny alone, he was the one who decided that. It was him who decided that. I think they're both in the morning talking again, and I think, yeah, probably it was Danny's decision to cancel it. I think it was. I don't know. I caught that. And I was like, wow. So she had access to his phone. Why not grab your own phone? Why grab Danny's phone? I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Miss Ladybug said, I thought he went to work while he came back home because she called him. I really wish they would have asked Michael, what time did Leilani call him? I mean, at the end of the day, you guys, we kind of, I think we can all agree this is all bullshit, right? I believe law enforcement, and I believe Leilani knows what happened to her son, and I think she's responsible. I'm just trying to figure out if Danny's also included in that for me. And I think, again, I think that time of 1 when she goes to bed and she claims she's seeing Quentin and he's sleeping and he's fine. I think actually that's the time that probably something happened to Quentin. And I think probably trying to figure out with Danny what to do, something happened to Quentin. I think then when the doorbell gets open after 2, I think that's when Leilani herself, by herself, leaves and places Quentin in the dumpster. And I think law enforcement probably has video of her at a certain dumpster placing something in there. They probably can't see from the video what's actually being placed there. And then, she comes back. Her and Danny are up in the morning. They're trying to figure it out. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? How are we going to cover this shit up? And then, maybe it was Danny's decision. You know what? We got to cancel the babysitter. Send her a text. One of them, either Danny sent it or Leilani sent it. Send the text. I'll go to work. You stay here. Say when you wake up, the door is open. Call me at work. Call me on my phone. I'll come home, and boom, everything goes how we are seeing it now. That's what I think with this case. I just think it's really interesting that she chose to call the babysitter at 9 a.m. and it was on Danny's phone. What? But why? Why is she claiming to have called the babysitter and the babysitter is like, no, she never called me? That's just weird. Yeah, Miss Ladybug says, shut access because Danny was there all along. Hey, Jennifer. Delana says, I know one thing, phone records and video don't lie unless you're NK, just saying. Don't get me started. Why not just call an ambulance? If one of the 3 boys was blue, I'd still call for help just for that slight chance to save him. God, it makes me so crazy. I know. And most people would, right? Most people would call 911 because, God, even if it's like a 2% chance he could be saved, your child can be saved, it doesn't matter. You're still going to call. But like Billy said, people on drugs don't always, what does she say? Don't always make the right choices or some shit like that. It's all weird. Crazy Mama says, who used whose phone, etc. She doesn't have a phone. I know she don't have a phone. She has to have a phone because it is being stated that law enforcement even said they were going through phone records. I'm assuming her phone. She had to have a phone. It's weird that she chose to call the babysitter and she used Danny's phone. Vicky says, a big question is why no one else in the house hear anything. And that's why I don't think a physical abuse happened that day. I don't. Ouch. I don't. I think, the family's thinking something with a bathtub, and that's just a theory that they're thinking. Were they high on drugs and something happened to Quentin? I can see that. I can see something happening. They're both high on drugs. And maybe they realize, maybe they sober up a little bit around 1 a.m. Who knows? And then they notice something wrong with Quentin. I don't know.
At approximately 9, Danny texted her, and then the babysitter called and Danny answered. Is that inaccurate then?
Hold on 1 second.
Well, they don't have
It's a
Danny's
fair
phone, so they
thought.
may not know for sure.
It's a fair thought when evil enters.
That was inaccurate.
Okay.
Oh my
All
God.
right, I have one more question. When was the last time that Leilani saw Quentin and he was okay?
Okay, hold on.
Sorry, guys. Thank you.
No, that's
It's
a good
great
question.
questions because
And let me just say real quick, thank you, Sweet Pea. I believe that's you. I recognize the name. I think it's you for the $5 for the coffee. Thank you. I adore you so much. I think that's you.
I've asked all these privately. I honestly just feel bad for keep asking. So, and there's
I
actually,
forget what questions I want to ask.
yeah,
Around I'm sorry, before she lay down and went to bed around 1:45 in the morning.
And he was in the playpen sleeping at that time?
Yes, ma'am. Here, excuse the echo because we're also watching you on another thing.
That's okay.
Just so everyone knows, the FBI are the ones telling me I don't remember. This never came from me. But if they are somehow correct, I will turn myself in. I will take responsibility without a fight, without running, and without hiding. Again, I don't believe it's true, but if it is, I will turn myself in.
Thank you, Leilani. Wow.
So basically, once again, until law enforcement finds actual evidence that can pin it to and bring her in for this crime, she ain't going to say anything. And Miss Italy said, do you really think she put him in the dumpster? I really do. I know part of me also can go down the theory of maybe she put bloody clothing in the dumpster or something like that, or even a blanket, something that had, you know, it would, I'm assuming it had to be something enough where law enforcement is going to believe he is no longer alive. They're not going to come out and say he's no longer alive. They have to have some evidence. And a lot of times with cases, you'll hear law enforcement coming out stating, after the fact that, they found, blood, and the amount of blood, they don't believe the victim could have survived that type of injury. And because of that, they believe they are no longer alive. You know what I mean? So I can't help and wonder with this case, since they believe he's not alive, if in fact they did find possibly some blood or something like that, that led them to think like this child, 20 months, this amount of blood would not survive it. Of course, I'm just speculating right there. So I do believe she placed him in there. And I do think, I know a lot of people are thinking he's probably not at the landfill and this is just a waste of time. Some people I'm seeing that they think that she placed either bloody items or something in there, and that and I've seen this theory where then Danny, then when he leaves to work, he removes the child and places him somewhere. I've seen that theory too. Wasn't there rumored to be, and keep that in mind, I don't have the screenshot of it, so I'm going to go based off my memory. Wasn't there rumored that Leilani was seen early in the morning, around 7, I think it was? Wasn't there rumored about that? Danielle says, I think they may have found his clothes that smelled like death if he died at 1 and they waited until around 6 a.m. to get rid of him. Maybe the dogs picked up the scent, and that could be a very possibility too. But wasn't there something shared? And again, it's a rumor. Keep that in mind. Wasn't there something that Leilani was seen around 7 a.m. or something like that? I know, crazy mom, it pisses me off when I hear that and when I watch the interview. If something comes up, she will turn herself in. Wow. Why not put your baby to rest properly? How can she allow him just to be out there like this? Because she's thinking of herself. She's thinking of herself. And as a mother, I'd be so sick to my stomach if this was my daughter and I knew she was lying. I'd be sick to my stomach. Miss Italy says, I think he was in the pool, but they're saying bathtub to make it sound better. I never thought of the bathtub when I came to a theory. I did think maybe an accident with the pool, because unfortunately, pools and small children, accidents could happen. I think Danny, and again, you got to remember in the morning hours, they were sleeping. This is all morning hours. She claims she's seen him sleeping just fine at 1:40. Was it 1:45 a.m.? She goes to bed and he's just fine. But I mean, the kids would be sleeping at this time. But then again, and then I think if she did place him in the dumpster, I do think Danny did not go with her. I think he stayed. I don't know. I got to find that post again. I didn't take a screenshot of it, and I wish I would have.
Notice we didn't have to go out there and threaten Leilani, threaten Michael, threaten Billy. Screaming, yelling,
Yeah, that's not the
being
way to do
mean,
it.
calling them names. Nobody on panel did that tonight either, and had all
Being
of their
peaceful
questions
goes a long
answered.
way.
It does.
I'm going to let you get back to your family, Michael, because I feel bad you felt like you even had to be protective like this, but I sure appreciate it. Leilani, Billy, Leilani, I appreciate what you've done tonight as well. And I just want to repeat, if you can hear me, please don't take no charge for no man, no matter how scared you are. And I don't care how much hate I get. If you do get in trouble, you don't get in trouble, whatever the situation is, that I will be around for you to talk to as another woman, another mother, someone who's lived through a crazy life and also made mistakes. So you're young, and I think you can still do better. And I just, if you're worried about some guy or you're covering for some guy, please do not ruin the rest of your life over taking a charge for some man. That's not even a man, who just left you out in the dust and is throwing you under the bus. If he is, whatever the situation is, how I'll leave it. So I hope you hear that and just think about that.
She does not have a lawyer, she wanted to say. I have one more thing I'd like to put out, and that's because people are saying that I'm trying to blame Danny.
I had to turn my camera on because I'm not like what Cher is saying. I kind of wonder, like, if she has a, I don't know if she's trying to play her cards with them, but does anyone think that she might be covering up? I mean, is that a possibility? Is she covering up for Danny? Did something happen on Danny's watch to Quentin? And Leilani is now aware of what happened, because I don't think, I mean, you have to look at all sides for everything. You have to really think critically with cases. So is it possible that she slept, she fell asleep after one, let's say her story is true, at 1:45 she goes to bed and she sees Quentin, he's totally fine right then and there. And then, but then wait a minute. If the bathtub theory is a thing for the family, what time do they put Quentin in a bath? I'm just wondering about that. Sorry, my mind just went to that. Anyways, so if you really believe what Leilani is saying, she goes to bed at 1:45. Quentin is okay. They all sleep in the same room, though. Maybe she's, a heavy sleeper. I don't know. And then something happened to Quentin on Danny's watch, and Leilani just slept through it. Is that what they're trying to push out to us? You know what I mean? Does that make sense for you guys? 6 a.m. rolls around. Danny takes him with him, cancels the babysitter. Then Danny takes him and places him in his vehicle and then disposes of him. But then you have law enforcement stating they believe she placed him in a dumpster. So could she have gotten rid of? Did he wake her up and tell her what happened? Like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think about it. Hey, 0703 AZ girl. I can see your comment up above. Cadaver dogs only look for one scent, decomposition. Scent dogs look for the scent of a person. There, yes, very true. The scent dogs go out and search for the scent, and then cadaver dogs search for decomp. Yes, I know we spent a lot of time when we covered the Watts case about that, because we all had questions with that one. So Vicky says, no, I don't believe she is covering for Danny. I mean, we got to think about all of it. Is that possible? And she's, yeah, I don't know. Crazy Mama says, nope. Miss Ladybug says, while Danny has run away, Danny split early on. And wasn't it Danny's family that wanted to get his baby, custody of his daughter? Wasn't it him? Angela says, what? Am I really behind with comments? Hold on. What did I miss, you guys? I might be. Miss Ladybug says grandma keeps changing her story. Crazy says they're going to say he hurt Quentin and she disposed. That's insane. Yeah. Motive. Nope. Yeah, you guys are saying nope. And remember the babysitter said towards the last couple of weeks, she said that she noticed that Danny had actually been stepping it up and was, he would be, he would message her and stuff like that and asking if she needed anything for the kids. And she even said that she thought Danny cared more. I mean, he still had his issues, whatever, but that he seemed to care more about the kids than she did, than Leilani did. So was it Zane's family that wanted him? Okay, thank you for correcting me. I thought I had seen someone say, I thought it was Danny's. Delana, she says grandma gets no pass. Angela says that the chick blames everyone but herself. If he's involved, she's just as much, in my opinion. Well, yes, because then she would have helped cover it up because, law enforcement is telling us that they have something, right? We know Billy from what we read yesterday and the article we read with her and Bubba. She, allegedly tells him that, there's law enforcement has video of Leilani and a dumpster. So if that is true, she is responsible, whether she slept with it and slept through it and he woke her up, she helped cover it up, whatever, she's still responsible for whatever ended up happening, in my opinion. Let me see if he says it right here. I don't know if I clipped that in there. If not, I'll tell you. Hold on.
And I just want to make that very clear. I am not trying to put the blame on him. I'm just trying to get him to be a suspect as well, because I strongly believe he is.
And that's
it's
fair.
Not just him, it's Leilani as well.
I think that's fair, you guys, because I also do question it. I know there's other creators that question it as well.
Mhm.
I don't see how that's not fair. And I'm going to be honest, I haven't heard any of them necessarily. They don't want to put all the blame. I know I've seen the comments, so they just like to put all the blame on Danny. I'm going to tell you that's not what I've witnessed. Have you witnessed that? Nope. So that's not at all what's going on here. You just heard Leilani. Leilani, you can hear her in the background. You know that's her. And she wrote that. Like, if I have to turn myself in, I will. You heard Michael and his other brothers say, if we have to march her down to the police station. Billy has told me multiple times, if I have to march her to the police station, I'll be the first. Like, just trust in the process is all I can say.
Yeah, that's all we can do.
And don't you guys go give them YouTubers out there any more reactions, okay? Blair,
To say thank you for both of y'all for having me. Good luck.
I do. Your mother that Billy has given, but I know someone who had a mother that wanted whoever else share about like.
Okay, so I guess I didn't incorporate that part. So I wrote it down because I took all my notes. So when they're talking about how the parents for who asked the question, what does he mean? And I see some of you guys are answering it for her. Yeah, so he's basically saying that the parents came, and again, this is allegedly that he doesn't live there. When did he actually go down there is what I want to know. He doesn't live there. And I really, someone did ask in this chat, where did Michael live? We don't want his address, but does he live in the same state as them? Because he says that he met Danny when he was on vacation. So if I'm talking like, oh, I met if I live around my family and I meet their girlfriend or boyfriend, I'm like, oh, I went over there, I seen them about 4 times. The only time I would say I met them on vacation is if I live far. You know what I mean? So I do wonder, where does he even live? But he says, and again, this has to be coming from the family, that Danny's parents allegedly, when they came and picked him up, they were drinking alcohol and popping pills. I mean, really? Like, come on. I don't know if I believe that. That's bullshit. I don't know. Whew. scum parents, but we don't know if that's true, you guys. We don't know if that's true. It could just be rumors that they're putting out. Okay, so yes, Danny's family wants their daughter. Okay, yeah. See, I knew I seen that somewhere. I know I seen that somewhere. Mama, yeah, of course they have. I'm sure they have, but I think maybe, now that they have, I'm wondering, since we're hearing, and again, law enforcement hasn't said they have video, but if they do have video of Leilani, maybe Danny literally did go to work though that day. Like how I'm thinking, like something happened to Quentin on both of their watch. They're both aware of it. And then Leilani is the one who actually removes Quentin from the house. So she would be captured on camera doing it, not Danny. Danny would stay there with the other kids and stay there because, it would be his alibi to stay there. It'd be smarter, right? Then she comes back, they're up. I don't believe any of them slept. They're up talking about it. And then maybe like Leilani says, it was Danny and Danny alone who came up to that, made that decision to cancel the babysitter. Maybe that is true. Maybe it was his decision to cancel the babysitter. But I think she's aware of it because she was up with him. And it's just interesting how she says she calls the babysitter at 9 in the morning, like 9:13 to 9:17, but she used Danny's phone for it. She had access to his phone. So I don't know. I think they're both involved. My opinion, I do. I think it. Until law enforcement says, no, he's been looked at and cleared. I will say I was wrong, but I think he just knows more. Georgia still has the electric chair, right? Does it? I don't know. And they're still searching the landfill, still. Make up my mind with Danny yet, because what if it happened after he went to work? So he would leave at 6 a.m. But then why cancel the babysitter though? You know what I mean? I mean, from Leilani's side of the story, what we just heard, allegedly Danny was trying to wake her up. What was the actual wording of it, trying to wake her up. Let me get that video you sent me, Delana, and we can watch that really quick. Is it long, Delana, or no? Do you know how many minutes it is? Because if it's too long, we're gonna have to wait. It's gonna be 3. Girls get out soon. He would get out he would leave at 6 in the morning. Why would the babysitter get canceled though? Oh, in Georgia, they're lethal injection, according to her hubby. Okay, let me get that then, Delana, and we can watch that really quick, you guys. Was this posted today, Delana, from the babysitter? And if you guys haven't done so already, can you guys hit the like button? Have you noticed YouTube looks different when you look at it? I don't like it. I hate when they do these changes. No, it's short. Okay, I got it. Hold on. All right. Was this today, though? Let me see. Quentin Simon's babysitter addresses rumors that she is under investigation. Is someone saying she's under investigation? October 27th. And this is coming from Criminalities channel, I believe. And yeah, it's Criminalities channel. She actually has a lot of all of her. All right, let's watch this real quick.
Okay, I'm replying to this comment. No, I'm not being investigated. I didn't do anything. I have talked to the FBI, like most of the people that was involved in Quentin's life. We never would hurt Quentin. We never would take Quentin. I never seen abuse. I seen 2 bruises, and that was at almost the end of him staying with us. And I don't.
Wait, did she just say she's only seen 2 bruises on him? Wait, isn't that different than what she's initially said? Because I just listened to Ziggy earlier today, and she says Quentin had bruises all over, was her wording. Is she now saying she's only seen him with 2 bruises?
They wasn't open wounds. It was 2 bruises, and he fell at my house. He would get excited. So I don't know if they hit him or not. It didn't. I never seen abuse. I seen things I would do different as a mother. And like I said, when they got out, I only seen them one time get out, and the neighbors had already reported.
Wait a minute. Is she changing her story around? I just listened to Ziggy earlier today. I just listened to that. And she said he had bruises all over. Now she's totally downplaying what she has said. What the fuck? I haven't seen this, you guys. What the? Now she's saying 2 bruises. She's only seen him have this whole time. Definitely Jenny sounds like she's changing it up to me. I'm just saying. Now, yeah, she's what? I never believed the bruises that look like bout marks. I know the bout mark. Oh. But she said she sent this to the grandma and she had proof of all of that. Now this is being. I think I need to shut my mouth right now too, crazy mama.
They had already come by. No, ma'am, I'm not being under investigation. I didn't do anything. All we did was love Quentin. And we're praying for his safety and praying that he's okay. And I just wanted to say one more thing. This lady, not to your comment at all, but to this lady shared that is on YouTube. She is evil. She is a liar. She is a manipulator of a situation. I never had access to Billy Joe's house. I cleaned her camper in her house one time for her, and Leilani and them were there. Never have I had access to her house. Never did I go to her house very much. Most of the time, they brought them, but if they didn't bring the kids for some reason and wanted us to come get them, my daughters would walk over there and get them. We didn't have access.
I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on this whole and Danielle says she's downplaying it because of the heat she got. Well, I can understand that in a way, but still, downplaying it is making her look like a liar. It's making her look like a liar. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I know you can't do that. You can't, and especially when it's abuse and allegations of abuse. You can't say a child has a bout mark on the freaking neck and that not be true. Yeah, unreliable. It seemed, Yeah, it seemed over dramatized at first. Now it's being backtracked, which is annoying. It's definitely annoying. And I don't know what to think now, Tony, honestly, because you know, you take into consideration what this babysitter says about abuse on a child. You don't think they're going to lie and over exaggerate this abuse. Why would you do that? Now she's backtracking it and saying 2 bruises that she's seen. I got to watch this again later on by myself, you guys, because I'm tripping right now.
Access to their house. That is not true. We didn't go in their house without them being there. That's why there's so many text messages that I text Billy Joe that I needed stuff for the kids. We didn't go to their house. But to answer your comment, I'm not under investigation. Me and my girls did nothing wrong. All we did was love Quentin, and we still love Quentin, and we're praying for his safe return. But no, ma'am, I'm not under investigation. I'm just tired of people twisting things and lying to fit the scenario that they want it to be. But no. But thank you for the question. I answered it to the best of my ability, and hope you have a good day.
I don't even know what to say. Hey, Teresa. I don't know what to say right now. I don't know what to say right now. I hadn't seen that before. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, you guys. Wow. I did not see that coming right there. That's for sure. Oh my God. There is a noob just posted. Oh my God. She posted another one. Did you post it on your channel? What is she saying in the new one? Is she talking about Court TV? Oh shit. Wow. I don't know, you guys. Wow. I'm like sweating up in here. Yes. You post. Let me go to your channel. Hold on. Is it a long one or a short one? Teresa, do you know? And I appreciate Teresa putting all of them up there because this shit gets deleted. And then I like that we have a channel that we can just go to. Let me see. Oh, she's talking about Core TV. Because the reason I say that is because during the live, I messaged her and I told her about how Court TV is saying this. Hold on, let me see. Criminality, where are you at? Let's see what she has to say. Okay, I see it. Hold on. Hold on, please. Oh my God, you guys, it's getting hot in here. Would I torture myself for you guys? I hope you didn't realize that. Okay. All right, let's listen to what she says. All righty, yeah, let's do this one.
You didn't want to, right?
Yes, I'm coming on here. They suspended my live until November 3rd. I don't know really why they did that. I just said that Cher was evil and a mean person because she does nothing but lie. I did not do an interview with Court TV. Now, they asked me off the record, what would I do as a grandmother or a mother? Would I be drinking or looking for my child or grandchild? Basically, I said I would be looking for my grandchild or my child. I wouldn't eat. I wouldn't sleep. I wouldn't do anything until they were found. But everybody's different. Some people just don't care. So I wanted to go ahead and clear that up because literally I have got so many messages already about that, and I didn't say anything that wasn't true that I would do. And I wasn't being rude. I'm just stating the facts. I would be looking for my child no matter what. I don't care what any of them people down there do. All I care is Quentin is found saved and put with whoever's going to love him and take care of him best. So I'm not doing interviews. I've literally been with my family all day. I did say that off the record. I didn't know what Court TV was. I didn't, So yeah, that's what I did. But thank you.
You said only salt.
Oh, but she didn't address what I asked her. Like, nobody was asking. No one said she was being rude with Court TV. She didn't address what I asked her, and what Court TV said is that Court TV's investigative reporter said they spoke with her and that she showed them a text and it was from Leilani. That's what I wanted her to address. Like, she didn't even address that. What the I can't right now. I need an Advil. I need a shot. Shots for everyone. What the freak? I don't know, you guys. Yeah, she does. She needs to, yes, because she needs to quote that, saying that they gave her, that she showed them a photo. That's what, earlier during the live, that's what I had text her, Teresa. I said, I'll just show you guys. It's here. Oh my God. I had asked her specifically about that in the beginning of the live, and she was actually texting back while I was live. I was like, okay. I wish she would address that. But no, she was addressing people being rude. Who said she was being rude? Like, what? And why did she get her live suspended? That's weird. I don't know, you guys. Shots and makeup pints for everybody. All right, you guys. I'm going to wrap up this live. We've been here almost 3 hours. I'm looking a hot, sweaty mess. I don't have any alcohol in hand to take a shot. Oh, wait, I think I might have something. Oh, I have, I think, Mike's Hard Lemonade. No, not Mike's Hard Lemonade. Oh, I don't like those. Oh, my God. I was in a corner, but that rubs me the wrong way. Angela, I don't know. I need to digress all of this new information I just heard with you guys, because I don't like the idea that she is backtracking what she has originally said. Go back and listen to Ziggy's live stream and then her original live streams. I know Criminality has posted a lot of them, so you can go to her channel and check them out. I'm probably going to have to binge watch those later today too, because how are you going to backtrack about Mark on a 20-month-old's neck? And now you're saying, what about all those pictures you sent to Billy Joe and text messages? Like, this is just bad. You have a lot on there, though, Criminality, I've seen. So I know you have the beginning ones, right? I'm going to have to go look and see what you have on the channel, because I don't know how Facebook works. Do they delete after a while? I've never done a live. I can't even talk right now. I'm so mad. I can't even talk. Criminality just went and commented. What did you say? I am like, what the fuck? So she deletes. Oh, so good thing you're posting them. Well, or to Twitter would have them on there, I think. Thanks, Mama. Thank you for being here. Hey, Melmac. Good to see you. All that glitters. Hi, wifey. Hey, love. Where you been? I'm going to divorce you soon. I don't see you no more. We can't be in this relationship. Copy and paste. Let's see. Teresa commented and said, would you be able to address the quote by Court TV? They stated you showed them the text that Leilani had texted that morning. Yeah, I know. And then I messaged her and she said, oh, my phone died. My phone just died. She said, well, I shared what she said in the beginning of this live stream if you missed it, but she addressed it to us and she said, no, she never said that. She never said that. So I'm the one who told her that you need to go and get a hold of Court TV because they're putting information that you've never said out there. I'm the one who told her that. That's why it's funny now. She does this Court TV, but she doesn't even address what I told her. She says, I'm back. All right. Whew. Okay, guys, that's it. That's all I got for you today. Thank you guys for being here with me, and we'll be live again. Tomorrow's Friday already, so I think we'll see. I'm going to try to get in a live over the weekend, hopefully, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I have a lot to say still about this. I need to just take this all in. Maybe she'll do another live, Teresa, with the Court TV. But she does answer the Court TV thing with me, so go watch the beginning of this live stream. I share all of that, so yeah. All right, my head is spinning too. Or so did someone say, hey, hey May, hello everyone. Hope you are having a good day. Yes, I hope everybody in the chat is having a great day. Miss Ladybugs, see, that's what people said in the beginning, and I was like, no, I don't think so, but I don't know anymore. Hey Johnny. All right, you guys. Good to see you, Johnny. Good to see everybody coming in chat. And okay, going back to the start. And I will see you guys on the next live stream. Thank you guys for supporting the channel and just being here and talking these cases with me. Yeah, this was one. Tomorrow, I love it here. Oh, Miss Edith. Oh, and I will check to see the Facebook group. I'll see it and I'll accept it. All right. Well, I love you guys all. And until the next one, you guys already know what do I always say? Stay blessed, stay grinding, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one.